What's up, everybody? We're back here on Willamina Forest finally today. Had a little bit of, we had some bear rock and we had some plantation time lapse. Now we're finally back on Willamina Forest, and I was just trying to figure out, kind of where we're at. And I think what I was gonna do was, if you remember from last time when I added the gravel to the map, I basically just took another game save and copy pasted some files over, and it put the grass back on the map, which is fine. It's got the plowed ground. We've already plowed some of it, but the plowed ground's down there too. So we'll have to get all this wood picked up, plow this back over to get rid of the grass, and then we'll probably get the cultivator back in here to make this look nice again. And we did start laying some gravel. I forgot about that. So there's a bunch of gravel up here on the road. We still need to kind of smooth some of that out. You can see we didn't really do a very good job of smoothing that out, but we'll get that, maybe today we'll get that finished up. And but I think what I want to do right now is let's go ahead and get this wood picked up off the ground so we can get that plowed. And then we'll get that all fixed up, and then we can start processing some wood again. We got a few trees there at the landing, just need to get some more drug up and processed. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the time lapse. We'll see. I guess that was Monday. I didn't get a chance to record anything on Sunday, which I usually do for Monday, but I had enough gameplay recorded for another time lapse there on Plantation. Those are always fun. And the music on there that I'm using these days is by Techno Axe, and you can just Google Techno Axe and you'll find it. Oh, that shot out of there. Yeah, I was looking for some different music to use besides just the YouTube audio library, because I don't know, the music on the audio library is okay, it's at times, but there's not a whole lot of new music put up there, so it's kind of, I just have to play the same stuff over and over. And I was looking for something different, and Shark 89 actually recommended this to me. Started using Techno Axe. And I'll try to remember when I do those time lapse and put that music in there. I'll try to remember to put a link to the website where you can download the music. And so far, YouTube hasn't, given me any problems over that music. So, but I probably should have at least put music by Techno Axe or something there in the description. I may have to go back and do that on those videos, because I'm just about to 1,000. I do not want any copyright strikes. Even if you don't have your videos monetized, what they can do is they'll put a copyright strike on there, and I've actually had them mute my audio, which really kind of sucks. But the only time I've had that happen was way early when I was doing recordings of it's actually on Xbox. It was the Forza Motorsports. No, it's Forza Horizon game. I was doing a little gameplay recording of that, and there was some music in the background that I didn't think to mute, and they got me on that, which is ridiculous, because, I don't know. All that's kind of, I understand that, artists make this music and they want to get their due royalties and stuff for it and all that, but I don't know, it gets a little carried away sometimes, I think. They could have at least said, hey, Well, of course, I guess they just don't have time to do all this, but they could have at least said, hey, your music on there, could you go back and do something with it or whatever, because it's violating this or that. Uh-oh, this fell right off. Alright, well, I guess I had more on there than I thought. Well, let me give you some updates on maps. So my next map that I've been working on, been talking about, of course I've mentioned it before, it's a 4X map. And if you don't follow me on Facebook, I posted some screenshots over there here recently, just kind of giving you an update on where things are at on the map. And I have been working on it quite a bit here lately. Over the last I don't know, week or so, I've put a good many hours into it, so it's coming along. Of course, it's twice the normal size map that I make, so it's taking me twice as long. But I've been trying to think of some ways to cut down on how much time I'm spending. One of those, I could just put like a big lake or something, just something to take up a lot of space. Because trust me, there'll be plenty of trees to cut. I haven't looked at the tree count, but I imagine it's probably already over 30 or 40,000 trees I've put in the map, and I've got, I'm nowhere close to being done. This map is probably going to have well over 100,000 trees, I bet. But don't worry, everything will be fine. If you've played this map for one thing, Willamina Forest, or if you play Grizzly Mountain or maybe some of the others by FDR, you probably noticed that it plays pretty smooth, even with the amount of trees they have on the map, and that's because of the clip distances. Mirathis Catalyst, who was formerly with FDR, was kind of doing some playing around, testing with the clip distances on trees, and found out that, found some optimal settings and stuff to make the map perform pretty good without, losing too much of the distance you see the trees. Because that's the problem, is the map, when you got a bunch of trees on here, you don't have the clip distance set right. What happens is the game tries to draw those trees that are halfway across the map, and it just eats up resources. So if you got your clip distances set just right, then you won't have problems with that. Okay, that was good. Let's get the dozer over here and do some plowing. So yeah, this map right here, I haven't really had any major problems with it. Let me see where I'm at here. Yeah, we're at 40 FPS. I don't have the greatest computer. I'm actually getting close to building my own gaming computer. I'm getting real close to. In fact, I've already ordered the case. I've got a case coming. But you see, if I turn away from the majority of the trees or look down, we're at 60 frames. And as you start looking around to where there's some more trees, I'm getting about 40. But like I said, this computer here, it's what? Well, it's probably getting close to 10 years old. It was a Windows 7 computer that I bought from Dell, and then did the Windows 10 upgrade. Okay, why am I getting no course loaded? I don't want that on the screen. Put up with that for now. I downloaded the latest course play. I don't know why that's showing, but could be something that or something to do with Courseplay, since have upgraded to the very latest patch for this game. We're at the 1.4.1, which just came out not too long ago, which actually seems to be doing pretty good. I was getting some video stutter with the 1.4 patch. I was getting some video stutter, and now it's not doing it, so that's good. Alright, the terrain's not flat over there, so that's why it's having some problems. Just trying to catch as much of that as I can. Alright, we got that all ungrassed. Is that even a word? It's clear. Plowed, no grass, no grass. Alright. Okay, so let's take a look real quick at what is that? Oh, that's we were just there. Thought I had another truck somewhere I didn't know about. Let's see, I want to look at this road. I guess we'll just use the dozer. It flattens the road out pretty good anyway. I'm really waiting on somebody to come out with a motor grader mod. Over in Farming Simulator 17, when I was making some roads, the motor grader was the best at smoothing the road out good. You could lower that blade under there just a little bit, drive over it, and then just repeat that process. Just lower it like a couple inches, drive back over it, and then after about 10 or 12 times driving over it, it was just like almost perfect. You'll probably never get it exactly perfect, but this right here isn't too bad actually. There's a few little bumpy spots, but overall it's pretty good. Alright, well that'll work. I wish this dozer right here would push this stuff, but it won't. That's alright. Well, what I'm probably going to do then is I'll load up the rest of that gravel. We should have just about enough for another trailer full, and then we'll see if we can't go ahead and finish this road on out down here to the landing. Might not have enough, and I unfortunately won't be able to add any more gravel to the map. I didn't add enough. I thought I had enough, but should have added just a little bit more. But don't you worry, because the next map I'm working on, that 4X login map, it's going to have plenty of gravel because there aren't many roads on that map. So I put a bunch of gravel. There's actually a gravel pit that you'll be able to well, there's a road that leads down into the pit. Like you see those big rock trucks, driving down the gravel pit roads around the edges, and it just kind of gradually, steps down till you finally get to the bottom. Well, on this map, actually let me switch that. On this next map, part of the road is clear, so you can drive down it already. But then to get to the very bottom of the gravel pit, you'll have to take an excavator or a wheel loader or something and load the gravel up and haul it out of there. So it'd be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to everybody getting to play with that. I don't know if anybody's done a real working like gravel pit yet on the map. Or I guess I shouldn't say pit. It's a mine. Is what it is really. So you'll need an excavator or a wheel loader or something like that, and then probably a rock truck or something, some kind of dump truck. Gosh, get off my track. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you follow me over on Facebook, I posted a screenshot of that. I guess it was maybe Sunday afternoon, something like that. I was using the FDR John Deere excavator, the 909, to get a bunch of gravel out of there. Loaded it up into some, had a Volvo rock truck, articulating truck, you know, and was hauling it out of there. It was a lot of fun. And I saw where FDR is coming out with some pretty cool stuff here lately, or pretty soon. He's got the forwarder. He's got fixed. He's coming out with that pretty soon. He's got some kind of chipper. I think that's probably already out. And then there's some kind of well, the chipper attaches to, like, you know, that you could put on the dozer, or anything that the plow blade can attach to. But I think the dozer, the loader, the processor. Anyway, I think it was his latest video showing that off. Looks pretty neat. Oh yeah, and so if anybody watches or had watched in the past the TV show called Axemen on the History Channel, I think it was, yeah, History Channel, they're back on now, so you can go check that out. And I watched the first episode online. I've got an online account, and it's pretty good. They had the Rye Guards, which I didn't know that Gabe had died. He was in a car crash or something apparently, and died, and I didn't know that. And then they had the Peels, which I believe all these were up in the kind of northwest area. And then they had who was the other group? There was one other group of loggers, family. Can't think of them at the moment. But it looked like from the previews for this Thursday night's episode that Logger Wade is going to be on there. So I didn't know that. I haven't watched too many of his videos. I've watched a few, but I don't know. I just couldn't really get into it too much. He's kind of crazy. So I don't watch that too much. Actually, if you want to, you know, kind of are interested in what I watch on YouTube, logging wise, I watch Cotton Top 3 a lot. I don't watch all of his videos, but I watch a good many of them. And I here recently found another logging YouTube channel called Thomas Johnson Logging, and they're out of DeRidder, Louisiana, which is maybe a couple hours from where I live, 2.5 hours, something like that, so not terribly far away. But he does some pretty cool videos. He's got drones he puts up, and then he's got he'll do these pretty cool slow-mo videos and things like that, and he does a lot of commentary to tell you what they're doing and why they're doing it, stuff like that. So he's pretty cool to watch. If you're interested in southern U.S. style logging, they use Thomas Johnson uses. Let's see, he's got a John Deere fellow buncher. He's got a Tiger Cat skidder, 2 Tiger Cat trailer mounted loaders, and he's also got a John Deere 748 skidder, grapple skidders, both grapple. So it's kind of fun to watch his stuff. Got us a stump in the way. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. FDR also has a Caterpillar 555 cable skidder, which, if that's even a thing, I don't know, but he's making it one. So a wheeled cable skidder coming pretty soon. I'm really looking forward to that, because I will definitely use that, and I'll probably just keep this for around the landing type stuff, and winch and things if I need to. Alright, I'll tell you what. Well, yeah, let's see if we can't load the rest of this gravel up. So I kind of feel like doing this right now instead of processing trees. Yeah, whenever I made that pile of gravel, for one, I didn't know about the height of it. I thought the height was just sort of, you only had one option, but you've actually got a few. So I didn't make it tall enough to begin with, and then the other thing was I didn't make it big enough. I thought I had enough of a pile there to do whatever I wanted to, but not quite. That's alright. It's a learning process. You just gotta get in there and try it. This is a pretty cool wheel loader though. I like this. It was 980. This is by Wood Meadow Farms, and they converted it over, and I sure wish they convert some more stuff over. I know he's got a lot on his plate, but I'm getting a little impatient about some of these mods that need to get converted from 17 to 19. It's been several months now. I think everybody's got it figured out as to what needs to happen, but I know it just takes time. Yeah, we're going to have these nice roads from here to the sawmill. Well, actually, I can't remember if we may have went to the sawmill. And then when we get ready to do the other roads, we're just going to kind of rough it, but that's alright. Just playing around with this stuff. Alright, maybe a couple more scoops and we should have it all picked up. Now let's see if we can get the rest of this scraped up. Yeah, that's probably about all we're going to be able to get. Yeah, whenever I get ready to build this next computer, I'm going to do something totally different. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. I've always been a Intel, NVIDIA graphics type person, but from what I've been hearing and reading, that the AMD Ryzen chips are really giving Intel a run for their money right now, and they're a whole lot cheaper and perform pretty good. Is what I've been hearing. So I'm gonna go with the AMD chip. I'm thinking the Ryzen 5 is probably what I'm gonna go with. I might spring for the 7. I'm not sure. I'll have to, look when it gets time to buy the CPU and see if I can swing it. But like I said, I've already got the case ordered. It should be here pretty soon, and I'll kind of piece it together over the next few months or so. Probably around Christmas time or so is probably when I'll really try to put the final pieces together, because I imagine the video card is probably going to be the most expensive part of that. Plus, you got the CPU, and then I'll have to buy probably Windows 7 is what I'll go with. Yeah, definitely with Windows 7. But anyway, it's going to end up costing about, I think I priced everything out right now. If I bought it all right now, it'd be right around $840. And I've already got some of the stuff. You got keyboard and mouse and monitors and stuff like that. So some of that won't have to worry about. Okay, Control I. Got just a little bit left over, so I'm gonna go back around, dump some of that up there. Let's see. Might have enough there to spread out, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and find another little. I think I saw another little spot back there that needed just a little bit. Kind of fill in some holes. Yeah, there's a little spot we can hit right there. Oops, well, I didn't even hit it. Oh well. Okay, then we can use this truck here with the trailer as the wood chips. So we'll just go park it back down here at the shop. Yeah, and here's the next project dead ahead, is to cut down this little pig trail to the bridge up there. You see at the top up there's a little bridge going across the river. We'll try to cut to there so we can get to the other side of the map, or other side of the river. Alright, so I wonder if I leased this equipment or if I owned it. Because I don't need two at the moment. But anyway, we'll hang on to it for right now. Alright. Now, let's see if we can't get us a load out of here. We should have enough time, I think. We'll give it a go anyway. Should still be set for our length. I thought I enabled the manual cut. I guess I didn't. Let's make sure I set that for next time. Yeah, look at that. I forgot I had the manual cut not set. It is kind of handy having the manual cut not on, but also it's got its advantages and disadvantages. I mean, one disadvantage if you have to be set when you hit that cut, like right there, because I can't start, you know, back over there somewhere and then move it, because you got to be kind of perfect on that. But where it does come in handy is when you get to the end of the tree, like this one here. You see, it just automatically cuts it off and sends it on out. So that's kind of handy. But I'll probably re-enable that manual cut and get back to it. And it is kind of handy just to tap the button one time and have it cut the length. So there's some advantages and disadvantages, but overall I think I'd rather have the manual cut back on. Yeah, I had forgotten about FDR. And, you know, if you want to see what FDR is working on or what's coming up pretty soon, just go over to his website, fdrlogin.com, and when you click on the FS19 logo, it'll take you to that page. You can see what mods he's released so far for 19 and which ones are coming soon, because he'll have the little graphic on there that says coming soon. And I was looking on there last night just to see if anything was new, and I did remember that the cable skidder he's working on is coming pretty soon. I don't think he showed that off yet on any of the videos, but he should be doing that pretty soon if you want to go check it out. I'm making my pile the best here. I probably should have thought a little more about what I was doing, but I'll get the dozer and push it up a little better for the loader, so it won't have to be some weird angles to load up the truck. And just another little update. Remember I had talked about trying to get the plantation over on console? Well, I haven't had time to even start looking at that yet, so I do apologize if anybody was looking forward to that. I mean, I told you it was going to take me a while, because I do the video gameplay recordings like I'm doing now. I've got my next map that I'm working on. I've been spending a lot of time on that lately. Serious Mods and I were talking about doing a map together, which I hope still happens. And then I've got the plantation time-lapse stuff that I do. That's, you know, an hour or two at a time. I record those episodes or gameplay, then I have to put them all together into a time-lapse thing. And just the general, you know, processing the videos that I do, that takes some time. So, you know, it's just time I don't have. But I'll try to get to it pretty soon. And like I said, I'm not even sure if they're going to let me put it on console right away, because somebody told me that you may have to have a couple of mods already on Mod Hub before they'll even let you put it on console. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. If nothing else, I can just put it on Mod Hub for it to be there, and then we'll go from there. Because I can't do anything but maps, so it's going to have to be some sort of map that goes on there. I'd love to be able to, you know, work Blender like some of these guys and make these awesome vehicles and machines and stuff. And maybe one of these days I'll sit down and try to learn Blender. I've attempted it a few times, but it's kind of one of those things where you have to stick with it for a long time, because if you just look at some tutorials and then you forget what you did, and you know, it's just all that stuff. So it's just a matter of getting in there and learning it, and then keeping with it. Alright. Oh, it's good. I guess it's not too bad of a stack. While I'm processing this wood, I would like to remind everybody that has not yet hit the subscribe button to do so. You can see in the graphic there, we just got 53 more subscribers to go. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so get my videos monetized again, and once we do that, I'm going to start doing some random prize giveaways. And I'm contemplating some sort of giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, so that'll probably happen. We'll see, though. It'll probably end up being like maybe a copy of the game or something, because I don't have a ton of money built up right now to do anything with, and that's my goal. Is so YouTube doesn't pay you until you get to $100. Basically what happens is once your videos are monetized, you've got I believe it's an AdSense account, and then as the revenue starts building up, they'll send you a check whenever your account gets to $100. I think you can either tell them to go ahead and send it, or you can just let it ride and then send it later or whatever. But because it seems like mine had gotten up to about $112 or something before I had them send me a check. But anyways, you have to get to 100 before they can even, you know, do anything. So we'll have to, it'll be a little while. My guess is that it's probably going to be several months, because whenever I did have my videos monetized back then, I didn't have very many subscribers. I think right before they cut me off, I had about 300 and something subscribers, But I also, some of that money was from blogs. I had a couple of blogs I did, and I was gaining a little bit of AdSense revenue from those. So it may take, I wouldn't be surprised if it took 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months at the, maybe at the most, but several months anyway. But once I start getting some income from the YouTube channel, I'm gonna start doing some better prize giveaways, like video monitors or dual joysticks, maybe like some kind of combo deal, like the copy of the game plus 2 joysticks, or something like that. We'll see what happens. We shall see. But first gotta get to 1,000, and like I said, we're just about there. Got 53 more to go. So please share my channel. Tell all your friends if they like this sort of thing, like watching Farming Simulator gameplay, especially logging, because that's what I do. Sometimes American Truck Simulator, but I haven't got back on that lately. I just haven't had a lot of time. December and June are always the 2 busy months for me. Just lots going on. But now things have finally started calming down. Maybe here in the latter part of July and August I can really bear down and work on some stuff and get some stuff done. I doubt it'll happen in August, but I would like to finish my next map. That'd be very nice. I'm really excited about getting it done. I'm not like, oh, I don't want to work on this anymore or whatever. So I'm very much excited about it, and like I said, I've really been putting a lot of effort into it here lately in the last week or so. And it's showing off too. I've put a lot of trees in, that's for sure. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, but I've got this level blade on here, and I'm just kind of gradually going a little lower and a little lower until I get it. I don't want to do too much. So you got to get it just right to where it'll barely pick up a little bit at a time. You don't want to do too much. But what I'm worried about is I'm driving over it too much, and yeah, there we go. I'm just pushing it off into the grass. Try to get some of that shoved back over onto the dirt. Alright, that'll work. Now I'll come over here on this side. And see how it just kind of barely spreads it out. That's what I want. Now I should be able to drive over it a few times and get it to spread on out with just the tires. It should look pretty good. I'll have to get the dozer up here and drive over it a few times. You see, oh, it's good there. That filled it in. Alright, well what I'm looking for is my Brooks wood chipper attachment. It could be up here at the shop, we'll see. Can't remember where I dropped that thing off at. Yeah, there it is, okay. Yeah, see, I've got this silage roller too I was using. That worked pretty good. In fact, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hook that back up. We'll just stick it on the back there, and as we're driving back around, we'll just compact the gravel some more. Now I got to fooling around with these roads, and we're not going to have enough time to get the load out, but we'll see what we can do. So you can see it working. It's actually doing something. The silage roller. If I go back, see, I'm going backwards over it, so the tires hadn't hit yet. So that silage roller is definitely doing the trick, but it's holding me up. Yeah, that's just a lot of fun. Okay, well, we gotta get busy here. Oh. Let's see. Yep, raise that up. And then we gotta turn that on and lower that down. Get all these little pieces picked up. And we get the tractor out of the way. And we fooled around with this road too much and didn't get anything done. That's what I figured was going to happen. It's too much fun making these roads. Of course, when I dumped all this gravel down, we had to do something with it anyway before we can get the truck out of there. But I should have just done this off camera. But oh well, it's too much fun to pass up. We'll get the dozer up here and drive over it a few times, and it should be good to get the truck out of here. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get the road finished up, and that way we don't have to worry about it next time, because I don't know if I'll have enough time to play in between videos. So we'll just finish this road off and then we'll call it a video. How's that? I didn't actually intend to go an hour this time, but it's like we did anyway. Get carried away. It's just a lot of fun. I don't see how some of the guys that make the logging videos do it in about an hour, I mean, or less than an hour. Some of them are like 20-30 minutes and they're done. I mean, I can't do anything in that time period. I need more time. I think the key on this is to spread out the edges and then go back to the middle and start working that back towards the edges again, and then spread the edges. I think that's probably the key to this. Because you see the edges spread out, you're left with some stuff in the middle, but if you come back over it a few times, it'll spread on out. Alright, well, I'm going to finish up this road, get it good and smooth for us for next time, and sign off here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We didn't get as much done as I thought we were going to this time, but that's alright. We'll get this finished up, and the next time we'll get us a load to the sawmill, and we'll try to get a bunch of these trees picked up. I think I said that last time, but we got a lot of trees on the ground that we cut with the fellow buncher. We need to get them picked up and processed, and we'll try to get that sold. And then once we've got quite a few loads to the sawmill and got some money built back up, we'll buy some more land and work our way towards the north, try to get across the river over there, and buy us another tract of timber over there and keep going. So we'll just work our way across and then keep on cutting. Well, hope y'all have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you again on Friday. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.